There is a certain comfort in believing that our lives matter, that we are important, that we have some role to play in the grand scheme of things. It's a belief that most of us hold on to because the alternative, that we are insignificant, that nothing we do truly matters, seems too much to bear. But the reality is this: we are small, tiny specks in a vast, uncaring universe, and the significance we attach to our lives is merely a construction of our own making. Look at the stars. The universe stretches out infinitely in all directions, filled with galaxies, stars, planets, each one millions, even billions of years old. In this cosmic expanse, we are but a brief moment, a flicker of light that appears and disappears in the blink of an eye. Our entire history, all of human existence, from the rise of civilizations to the achievements of individuals, is nothing more than a fleeting moment in the timeline of the universe. We are born, we live, and we die, and in the grand scale of things, none of it truly matters. This is not to say that our individual experiences are without meaning to us. We live in a world of our own creation, filled with human concerns, relationships, careers, goals, dreams. These things give us a sense of purpose, a sense of direction. But when we step back, when we look beyond ourselves, beyond our small, limited lives, it becomes painfully clear just how insignificant all of this is. We are one species on one planet in one solar system, in a galaxy of billions of stars, and our galaxy is just one of billions in the observable universe. And yet, despite this overwhelming scale, we continue to act as though we are the center of everything. We cling to the notion that our lives matter, that our actions have significance, but in truth, the universe doesn't care. The universe has no consciousness, no purpose, no design. It operates according to laws of physics, indifferent to the rise and fall of species, civilizations, or even entire planets. Stars are born, they burn brightly for millions of years, and then they die. Planets form, sustain life for a time, and eventually, they too will be consumed by the inevitable march of time. And we, as a species, will share that same fate. Perhaps it is this inevitability that frightens us most, the knowledge that one day, not only will we die as individuals, but so too will our species. The Earth will not last forever. One day, the sun will expand into a red giant, and our planet will be swallowed up in its flames. Even before that, other disasters, cosmic or otherwise, could wipe us out. Asteroids, gamma-ray bursts, black holes, the possibilities are endless. The universe is a dangerous place, and we are vulnerable, fragile creatures. But even if we somehow escape this fate, even if we manage to survive for millions of years more, colonize other planets, spread out into the stars, it will make no difference in the end. The universe itself is heading towards an inevitable end. Stars will burn out, galaxies will drift apart, and eventually, the universe will reach a state of maximum entropy, a cold, dark void where nothing can exist. This is the fate that awaits us, no matter how far we expand, no matter what technological marvels we achieve. And yet, despite this, we continue to live our lives as though we are the center of the universe. We obsess over trivial things: wealth, status, power. We build monuments, create art, write books, believing that somehow these things will immortalize us, that they will ensure we are remembered. But the truth is, in time, all of these things will be forgotten. No one will remember our names. No one will remember our deeds. Everything we create will eventually be lost to time. Consider the great civilizations of the past, the Egyptians, the Greeks, the Romans. At the height of their power, they too believed that their achievements would stand the test of time. They built vast monuments, created magnificent works of art, conquered lands, and spread their influence far and wide. And yet, today, they are little more than footnotes in history. We know so little of their lives, their struggles, their dreams. And in time, we too will be forgotten, just as they have been. Even the universe itself, with all its grandeur, is temporary. The galaxies, the stars, the planets, they are all subject to the same forces of decay. Everything is in motion, everything is changing, and in the end, everything will return to nothingness. It is a sobering thought, but one that we must come to terms with if we are to truly understand our place in the cosmos. So, what do we do with this knowledge? How do we live our lives, knowing that in the grand scheme of things, we are insignificant, that nothing we do will truly matter? It is a question that has plagued philosophers for centuries. Some would argue that the answer lies in finding meaning in the here and now, in the small, fleeting moments of joy, in the relationships we build, in the love we share. Others might say that the very absence of meaning is what gives us the freedom to create our own purpose, to live our lives according to our own values, unbound by the constraints of cosmic indifference. But for many, this realization leads to despair, a feeling of futility that comes from knowing that no matter what we do, it will all be for nothing in the end. It is a difficult truth to accept, and many of us will spend our lives trying to avoid it. We distract ourselves with work, with entertainment, with relationships, all in an attempt to stave off the overwhelming sense of insignificance that lurks in the background of our lives. Yet, there is a certain freedom in accepting our insignificance. Once we let go of the notion that our lives must have some grand, cosmic purpose, we can begin to live authentically. We can stop worrying about how we will be remembered, or whether our actions will have a lasting impact. We can focus on the present, on the things that matter to us in the here and now. We can live for ourselves, rather than for some imagined legacy. In the end, the universe doesn't care about us, and it never will. But that doesn't mean our lives are without value. It simply means that we must create that value ourselves. We are not important in the grand scheme of things, but to ourselves, to those we love, to those whose lives we touch, we can be everything. The universe may be vast and indifferent, but our experiences, our emotions, our connections, they are real, and they are meaningful to us. So, let us not be paralyzed by the vastness of the universe, by the knowledge of our own insignificance. Instead, let us use that knowledge to free ourselves from the weight of expectation, from the pressure to achieve some grand purpose. Let us live our lives fully, knowing that they are temporary, that they are fleeting, and that they are ours to shape as we see fit. Because in the end, that's all we have, this brief moment of consciousness, this short, flickering life in an endless sea of time. It may not matter to the universe, but it matters to us. And that, perhaps, is enough.